Ave Maria, everyone. Welcome back to the Roman Martyrology. This is May 20th. Saint Bernardine of Siena, priest of the Order of Minors, who evangelized the crowds through the towns and cities of Italy by word and example, and spread devotion to the most holy name of Jesus, tirelessly exercising the ministry of preaching with great fruit for souls until his death at Aquila in Abruzzo. Commemoration of Saint Lydia of Thyatira, a merchant of purple cloth, who at Philippi in Macedonia, today in Greece, listening to the preaching of St. Paul the Apostle, first of all believed in the gospel. Near Ostia in Lazio, Saint Aurea, martyr. At Nimes in Gallia Narbonensis, now in France, Saint Baudil, martyr. At Ayas in Cilicia, in present-day Turkey, Saint Thalalius, martyr. At Cagliari, Saint Lucifero, bishop, who, as an intrepid defender of the Nicene faith, suffered greatly at the hands of Emperor Constantius. Relegated to exile, he then returned to his seat, where he died as a confessor of Christ. At Toulouse in Gallia Narbonensis, in France, Saint Hilaire, bishop, who built a small wooden basilica on the tomb of Saint Saturninus, his predecessor. At Bourges, in the region of Aquitaine, France, Saint Austregizile, bishop, who showed himself to be a minister of charity, especially among the poor, orphans, the sick, and those condemned to death. At Brescia, Saint Anastasio, bishop. At Pavia, Saint Teodoro, bishop, who suffered exile at the time of the war between the Franks and the Lombards. At Castagneto in Tuscany, Blessed Guido della Gherardesca, hermit. At Perugia, Blessed Columba da Rieti, Virgin of the Penance of Saint Dominic, who worked to pacify the city divided between factions. At Seoul in Korea, Saint Protasius Chongkukbo, martyr, who, after having initially abandoned the Christian faith, recovered it again, professing it in prison amidst torture until his death. At the village of Botticino Serra, near Brescia, Saint Arcangelo Tadini, priest, who worked for the rights and dignity of workers and founded the Congregation of the Worker Sisters of the Holy House of Nazareth, dedicated in particular to social justice. At Milan, Blessed Luigi Talamoni, priest, who, cultivating his vocation as an educator of young people, exercised his ministry with great dedication and active participation in the difficulties of the society of his time, and established the Congregation of the Misericordian Sisters of St. Gerard. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. Ave Maria.